Welcome to Cicero Elections Guide to Forming a Government. It used to be that one of the executive powers of the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom was to call a general election at any time of his or her choosing inside a 5-year window. In 2010, the coalition government passed the Fixed Term Parliaments Act. This meant that future parliaments would sit for a fixed term of 5 years. The current 5-year term will end on 7th of May 2015. Because of the no vote in the 2011 referendum on the alternative vote system, voters will again be using the first-past-the-post electoral system. Whichever candidate receives the most votes in each constituency wins the seat. If one party manages to get 326 candidates elected, they will win an overall majority of the seats and be asked to form a government. But when no single party wins an overall majority, negotiations must take place to determine which party will be able to command a majority in the House. In the meantime, the current government will remain in place and the incumbent ministers will deal with any important issues that arise. In 2010, there were only 3 parties engaged in negotiations. The Lib Dems held the balance of power. Eventually, after 5 days, a Tory-Lib Dem coalition was agreed. When no party has won a majority, there are 3 broad categories of government that could be formed following negotiations. The first is a single-party, minority government, which would seek to govern with support from others, on an issue-by-issue basis. The second is a formal pact between 2 or more parties, where the smaller party or parties provide support for the governing party on a supply and confidence basis. The third is a formal coalition government, like the one we have now, where the government comprises of 2 or more political parties, with each having ministers in the government. Whichever of these arrangements is ultimately reached, one party or combination of parties will need to demonstrate that they can command enough support in the House of Commons to form a government. Only then will Her Majesty the Queen summon someone to the palace to be sworn in as Prime Minister.